Hey everybody, welcome to the Everflow podcast. This is the second part of a two-part interview with Leah Lahkiah. So the first part is about Leah's life, her upbringing, how she came into music, how she came across country to LA. If you want to watch that, the link is in the description below. And if you're ready to learn more about Surrender EP, that's what this one is about. It's going to be about how Leah, Tones, and I came together as a creative team and made this wonderful project that we call the Surrender EP. So enjoy the interview.
I think by then I was working with this guy, Mitch, as a producer, and I knew he was making great EDM music. I really liked his style. And so I was like, I started to toy with, it took a few months, honestly. And I had this goal that year of releasing a song a month. So I had to let go of that because I was like, there goes my producer. Right. So I couldn't do that. And then I couldn't pivot that fast to have a song on deck, for the following months. So I was like, well, I just have to surrender that. So that was my first, I'm not just realizing that was my first little surrender. Okay, cool. Then that fall came around and I started to be open to making some inspirational dance music. That's when I started toying with the thought of okay, I have this really talented dance producer in front of me. Let's see if we can make some, dance music, but not what I've been doing. Be intentional with it. Let's, be crafty, be creative, say what we want to say without really, really obviously saying it, and put it in a dance song that people will love to listen to. And that became the start of that, was the fall of 2024. And then I went to Time Out for the first time finally.
Yeah, and it was Lee J's Songwriter Showcase is where I think we got to see you again. And that was what kind of opened up the opportunity for us to speak again.
Yes.
So I saw you perform there, and I think we needed someone to perform at February's Time Out. So I was like, let's see if Leah might be interested in coming, and you accepted.
Yeah.
Which is woo!
Yes.
2 years later after our first initial meeting. And so, and that's when you came to Time Out. And so we were actually in this room.
Yes.
Because of why, Tones? Why were we inside on that fateful February 2025?
Timeout was shifting.
That's right.
Timeout was shifting. Yeah, the last one that we could do outdoors comfortably was the month prior, January.
Right.
And then after that, I was like, the way that we're hearing some feedback from the local neighborhood.
From our lovely neighbors who needed to sleep.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like,
That's fair. That's
we're going to
valid.
have this next one indoors.
Yeah.
So we do it indoors, and then Anton comes too, because we had met Anton at a different thing. So I was like, oh, Anton's playing guitar for Leah. That was a really cool little full circle moment. And I remember this room was totally vibed out, beautiful lighting.
Yeah.
And it was it was really cool. And you start doing your thing. And I was like, wow, again, just blown away. But now this is 2 years later, so you're even more established and developed. Plus you've been doing your Jesus walk. So you're shining in a new way, you're communicating in a new way, and you're telling these stories about the songs. And then I remember the thing that I really enjoyed was these vamps that you would do, you'd sing the structure, and then you would kind of go into these flows of improv or inviting the audience to sing along.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, after Time Out, Tones and I were both like, yo, this is crazy. Leah is amazing. We should talk to her. And I think you may have, did you perform one of your inspirational songs there? Did you have one?
Breakthrough. Yeah, Breakthrough was the one. That's technically the first
snap.
inspirational song that I created, which now you're helping with.
Yeah.
Don't you worry, guys. It's coming.
So you told that story
EDM project on the way.
Come on.
You told that story of inspirational, and I think you may have talked about your faith a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah, I did. I was definitely still opening up. It was decanting. That was a decanted moment. Yes. I had made Breakthrough, and I really was attached to this idea of that EDM project, of these inspirational songs that can just kind of exist in all these different avenues and just, yeah, I was like, oh, that's what I want. And so I built that set very much so around the story of that evolution. Yeah, that was very much so the arc of, I think I landed on that. Maybe.
I think so.
Yeah.
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 So Tones and I heard that you were like trying to make this inspirational music, also known as Christian music. And after the timeout, or probably even during, we're like, bro. And we're on the same page.
Yeah, and also hearing like, you were saying like, hey, y'all, this is typically in like EDM style, but my friend Anton's here playing it on guitar, so we're gonna have kind of a stripped down version. And I was like, I don't know what the EDM version sounds like, but I really like what I'm hearing right now.
Yeah.
Of like you with guitar. There's something that is like powerful and potent and kind of reminded me a bit of Dolly Parton. And I was like, this is like stellar. I am so curious. Yo, David, what if we made a project with Leah at some point? And he was like, I was thinking the same thing.
That same night, we like just kind of talked and think we probably talked to you about it. Like, hey, we'd be interested in like working together. Maybe we can get together in like a week or something like that, right? I think
so.
It happened very fast because March 3rd was when we got together and had our first convo at this table.
Wow. At this very table.
At this very table. And what that show was February 20 something?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. We got right to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause you're like, I'm looking for a team.
I was like, you're hired. You get a job. You get a job.
That is our intersection. That's where God was like, this is the time.
Yeah.
And so originally, what was it? Like, you had talked about your roots back in Kentucky and your love for kind of like folk music, but also for EDM music. And I just remember that I was like, Tones and I were having conversations. I was like, I would be really interested in seeing like if we could help you kind of discover and have a relationship with the sound that you have from back home, because you were doing the EDM. And I was like, we can do the EDM, but we could also I think we could really benefit working together and creating a sound that's organic, that's acoustic driven, but kind of like alive, but also home feeling,
Yes.
And that's how we set off to make the project, right? Like, I don't know.
Well, I think what I remember too is what I always thought was we were making songs that could be turned into the EDM.
Yes.
It ended up being like, okay, let's make stripped down versions of these EDM potential songs.
Yes.
And so that was, at least at some point, one of the motivations of the music.
Right. We were going to make the acoustic versions and then have the vocal version be the one that the producer could take. Like, do the vocal recordings. And then, so we're going to do real simple, stripped down guitar, and maybe that's it.
Yeah. But the guitar, we knew we loved that live feel, right? Because we had just experienced that, I had experienced that feedback, and it really sunk in. I was like, wow, people really do enjoy that version of my voice.
Totally.
And so I was like, yeah, I'm open. That sounds good to me. I mean, if the people like it, let's try it.
And we started writing, and first day we wrote Brand New, right?
Brand new. Brand new. Now we have journals, brand new journals. But Brand New was March 4th. So we met on March 3rd.
Okay.
And then we
next day,
because I have video footage of us on March 3rd.
Okay, cool.
And then we came together
3/3
on March 4th.
is our collaborative anniversary. 3/3/25.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Cool. I love that.
Wow.
And then, so I think we wrote Brand New in that whole first session. And
it was
Romans
easy.
6, can you tell us about,
Oh my gosh,
just a little bit of the origin of even your walk and how you started being like, all right, I want to talk about my faith journey in these songs.
Yeah. I think so. Okay. When I remember us sitting down in this little, the little setup here, and when I first started going back to church, it was every Sunday. And I ended up having an encounter with God where I heard this voice, so peaceful, but like firm and sure. And it was like Romans 6. And I was asleep. And it woke me up. Like it woke me up when I heard Romans 6. And I was literally like this. Romans 6. I never recall so quickly and easily my dreams. Like I kind of come to as I sometimes go throughout my day, and I'll be like, oh, I think this happened. But it's still like, I don't know. But this was so clear. It's like,
wow.
Yeah, it was mind blowing. And so I had to read Romans 6. Now, mind you, I was going to church, but I wasn't reading my Bible. So I was like, I don't know what Romans 6 is. I was really intrigued. And when I read it, I was slightly disappointed, I'm not going to lie. Because I was like, what do you mean? Dead to sin and alive in Christ? Like, okay, like what's that got to do with me? I'm going to church every Sunday. Like, I didn't feel like a big old sinner, like sin. It just felt very like serious. And I was like, you couldn't have hit me with something like, I don't know.
A little more colorful.
A little more
poetic.
Light and encouraging, Dead to sin and alive in Christ. Like, alive in Christ is great, yeah. But, like, dead to sin is just so, like, dark. Like, why we gotta die? Why we gotta die? So I remember just being like, okay, well, I don't quite understand that for me. But cool. Like, I still heard this voice, and I held on to that. And so after that, do you want to hear the whole
Tell
story?
Tell us what you want.
Well, I guess by the time we were sitting in that space and I was unraveling the whole story and talking about Romans 6, I had that encounter, and then I kept going to church. I started to read my Bible. That's what that dream and encounter gave me.
Yeah.
Was a new, fresh, like, flame. I was like, all right. So I started in Romans. That was my first book. And I finished it all the way through. And honestly, I couldn't really remember now, but like, it gave me a lot at the time. And I was just excited to have that, like, ongoing new relationship. Like, I knew this was good. This was going to be good. And I was really desperate to have another encounter like that. So I was like, okay, like, can you talk to me again? I'm listening. And so I ended up, I think because I was so heightened and so interested in that, it was opening up my heart to what this was going to be, and I think it allowed my soil, right? PDA would be so proud of me. Pastor Dr. Anita Phillips. That's my pastor. She would be so proud of me to make this reference. But I feel like that soil, my soil, softened so that the seed could be planted and properly watered. And then we could grow the garden that is the fruitful garden that is surrender as a project, So yeah.
So we literally started brand new with "Woke Up This Morning."
Yeah.
As a reflection of your dream.
Yeah, we sat down and we were like, okay, so I think we were like, what do we want to talk about? How do we want to address this? I talked about my upbringing. So we kind of pinpointed how we want it to sound a little bit. Yeah. And you probably started playing.
Just grooving.
And I don't know what really came first. Yeah. But
it came together in a beautiful way.
Now here we are. And everyone's always like, brand new.
I think that was also something special from our collaboration is just how easily the songs were coming to an extent. Like, brand new happened in the same day.
Yep.
And it was joyful. It was peaceful. Like, it was a great collaboration. We were all working together really well. Yeah, and that's something notable. And then Chapters, same thing. Like the couple days after.
Yep. Chapters was March 6th.
Wow.
So and that's another thing too.
We're
like
on a roll.
You all were in town.
You're right.
Which I'm like, that never happens. Where it's like multiple times in a week.
Back
that's
to
crazy.
Back. Yeah. 3
we
days
were on a
week.
roll.
And then Chapters starts coming, right? So we write brand new and it feels great. And we're like, all right, let's write another one. Let's see what happens. And then we started talking about chapters, about the chapters of your life, about how God was always there, the continuation of your faith journey, faith story, how he was always there, even though you didn't feel, even though you weren't pursuing him in your life, the different chapters.
And I think a lot of emotion went into chapters too, if you all remember. I'd have to find the videos, but I don't know if there are any actually, because I think this one brought tears. When we sat and we talked about kind of the disappointments too, right? Because our hook is like, the loneliest tears I've cried, am I worthy of love? So that, like, yes, the chapters, and yes, he's been there, but also the depth of this song is really a question I feel like a lot of people have asked or are asking themselves, which is like, am I worthy of this love? Like, have I done enough? Am I good enough? Like, those who have faced rejection, which is all of us, but some of us feel like, it's like boom, 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 boom. We ask ourselves these questions. And then the beautiful reality is, hey, no matter how hard I've ran into his love. All those chapters and, those many, many years where I didn't go to church and I was not really worried about it. He was protecting me. He was there.
Yeah.
And, I
also love the chapters literally in the song, the first verse being from your childhood, and we're talking about the scenery of sweet honeysuckle, the daily adventure of making your way up the hill, your hill back home.
There are 2 hills too. So it's funny because it's hitting both on the nail, right? Like, so my papaw, where he lives, it's up on a hill, there's a gravel road to get up, and there's a bunch of trees that cover it. So when we would walk and up and down the gravel road, the gravel driveway, Mom would pull honeysuckles, and she would be like, "Here, eat it, because they're sweet."
Wow.
And so she would literally pull honeysuckle. Like, I have such a clear memory of that, and they smell great. And then the daily adventure, making our way up the hill. So there's the hill that my papa lives on, but there's also, that's what they say, up the hill. Like, there's like a downtown Maysville, and up the hill is the uptown, I guess.
The rest of Maysville.
Yeah. So it's up the hill, and it's literally like a little hill.
Yeah. Man, chapters was a real one. I do remember now you're saying
real.
Like the experience of some of the challenging moments in childhood in your family, and the dynamics of things, and the loneliest tears, and feeling lonely growing up in certain moments.
And maybe not even like lonely, but like misunderstood. I feel like that might be better language, right?
You
like,
saying that.
Because, I mean, they did the best they could, right? Like, my mom was working her butt off, and my dad was working his butt off, and like, we were still struggling, but they did their best. But family-wise, right? Like, these are 2 kids trying to raise kids.
Yeah.
They had us starting really young. And so they were figuring it out as they went. So they didn't really have time to, like, heal their own issues. And so, a lot of it was just like, all right, well, we get to experience that, okay?
Yeah.
We get the,
Sounds pretty human to me.
Yeah.
The human condition.
Yeah, so it was when, I guess, my retreat, because instead of just constantly being in those positions where my feelings would get hurt and maybe not, cared for, I just retreated, which was very lonely, and made me feel like, okay, this is how we survive. This is how we do life.
Yeah.
Is we're just gonna take it to the chin, if we, and then we're gonna deal with it in our room.
Yeah.
And so, that creates the lonely tears,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the second verse, which is like, chasing the sunset. I found more than I was looking for.
Moved to Cali.
Moving to Cali. That's
Moved
that.
to Cali. We made it. We made it.
Yeah. I love that. I love the second verse so much, and the rising of the emotion and the release. It's like So awesome. And then the bridge, when there was no one else around me.
Yep.
I
When
feel
there
you
is
close
no one else around me, I'm
Not
not
alone. If I get lost, you come and find me. You are my home. In every chapter, you are with me.
I feel you close.
And then, oh, how I know on the second
so
time around.
close. Yep. And oh, how I know.
And then the lyric switch of the loneliest tears I cried. I
No
know,
more.
no more. I know I am worthy of love. The pain that I hold inside, no more. I am good enough.
Yep.
Chapters, beautiful.
Man. And that was very hard to write. This Chapters was the one song that we did struggle with to finish.
Was, yeah. Brand New was super easy because it was like the first one.
It was
We're riding the
literally day
momentum
one.
and it was good.
Yeah.
A few hours.
We should talk about since we're on it right now. Chapters. We were starting to evolve the sound of the EP a little bit.
Yeah.
And we went from doing just acoustic demos to like, all right, more elevated productions, and like ultimately it was like,
Yeah.
was it Solano?
We tried to resist.
Yeah, right. We tried. We did our best.
did.
Well, there was no resistance what was coming. But I think it was Solano that had give you the feedback of like, like this sounds like it should be fuller. Like
Yep.
you guys should do more with these songs. So we just, as a team,
We
we're
were
like, well,
we don't want the project to suffer.
yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah, especially when
know,
the songs are so beautiful, and so we decided to keep going, go deeper on the productions at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Chapters was like pretty much the final one that we finished recording wise.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It
So
was. And to the very end, it was very
yeah,
challenging.
and that's interesting. So it's pretty much, I feel like the reflection that I have on it is like it had a lot of blessings that has come from it for people who listen to it. Like the impact that it's had on people is significant story wise. And it seems like that was the one that we had the most obstacles, emotional challenges, kind of resistance, kind of like old stories, old narratives coming up in the recording sessions. Right. And I remember when we were at the recording club and we were having that one session where you were like, this is
like,
it. Like
guys,
Well, it's kind of two
about
sessions.
to cut the song.
It was kind of two sessions because you were
It
still
was.
going through like the sickness that you kept on.
oh yes,
Going through.
yes.
My moldy apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't forget.
That's yeah.
So it's
But-
like you booked that we had to schedule in advance because David and I had limited time in town. So then we booked the recording session. It's like, we're trying the best we can. We're getting some solid takes, but you're like, but this is not where I want my voice to be.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is the best that we got.
Forgot that.
And then we went for the next one. And then that's where it was even more feeling defeating for you because you're like, I'm trying everything that I can and I can't get over this sickness. I know my voice can do better than what it's doing right now. I'm ready to pull this song.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna
I
pull
was
this song.
literally at the
Yeah.
edge. I was like, it's about to, yeah.
And
Burn it.
I feel like I noticed in that moment, I was like, that's not the truth. This is a spiritual attack. I can see it clear as day. Because I know what it's like to love to sing on microphone and to hate the way that I sound on the microphone to the point where I don't want to do
Just
the thing that God planted in my heart that I love to do. That one thing, there's an opportunity to create this festering thing. I was like, I know that's exactly what's happening right now with Chapters. We're going to find our way through this. This song has a purpose. Let's take a break. We don't need to force this.
Yeah.
Let's take a moment and let's pray.
Yeah.
Right
And
now.
like,
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And reset. And like, I feel like that is what allowed to, as you said, like soften the soil
Yeah. Yep.
and allow a new seed to be planted for all of us
Yeah.
on that day.
Yeah.
I love the tears that have been shed throughout this whole process. There's been multiple sessions and different occasions and like prayers and and then ones that we don't even know about from you
Right.
crying, ones that you don't even know from us crying.
Right.
Like, but that's a part of the healing that happens in this process as well. That's
Including radical hair change.
yeah. You've had about 5 hair
Oh my
changes.
gosh, I did.
And I've had about 1.
And I cut my hair since 2009.
Yes. Oh my gosh. We've been shedding.
Oh yeah, that's
We've been
right.
shedding.
Literally.
Yeah.
That's so
Oh
awesome.
man, we've been shedding. And I just made the connection too, right? Like by the third hook, we sing the loneliest tears I've cried. No more. I am
Worthy of love.
worthy of love. And I think it's beautiful and should be highlighted that we were living that truth out. Like we're crying, but we're not crying lonesome. You know, we're together, and it's
Right.
for a beautiful reason, and it's because we're shedding, you know, And so I'm so grateful that we were living out these lyrics have been living and breathing.
Yeah.
You know, in our surrender and in our process.
It's pretty amazing when the songs that you've written become your own therapy.
Yeah. No, I always say this project has worked on me so much more than I feel like I worked on it. Awesome. I'm like, this is craziness.
I remember when we were at the recording club during the chapter session, and you remember with a key change that we finally ended up doing?
Yep.
And I just had a moment there when I was like, I know you can do it, and I know you sound good doing it in the original key that we had chosen, but it was too high for you. You were saying it was too high. And I remember I was like, you got to do it in this key, whatever. And then I had a moment of reflection, like self-reflection, where I was like, she doesn't have to do it in this key. We could drop it a half step. And it's a little inconvenient for the guitar because I have to drop the whole guitar tuning. So, and that was the thing. I wanted the tuning to be open played. But then I was like, okay, well, if we just drop the guitar a whole step, and that's possible. But then if this makes a pathway for you to be able to do the song and like for you to feel better doing it, I'm like, then of course we should do it. And I remember at the session, right, we're like freaking hitting the wall. And I was like, you were like, we need to change the key. I'm like, let's keep it in this key because like you can do it. And then like 30 seconds later, I was like, we can't do this. I can't keep it in this key because we don't have to do this. Like we can let go of this, you know? And I remember hearing once upon a time, like this conversation about like Whitney Houston and like Celine Dion, how they worked with David Foster and like they hated working with him because of how much he would push them to be something, but it would come at the expense of their relationship and of the joy of the project. And that also ran in my head. I was like, we're not going to do that on this project. We're not going to do that.
Man.
So that's why I was like, Leah, I'm sorry that I asked for this key to stay. As long as we have, let's do it a whole step down or half step down, whatever it was. And I was like, yeah, because it's like, it makes sense. It makes total sense. Like, because it's like at the expense of you and our friendship and the joy and all the good things, you know. It wasn't really an ego thing. It was just really like the open tuning. I was like, it's a beautiful.
You're like, I don't want to.
It sounds so good on guitar.
Yeah, I was like, I'm there. And then I was like, oh, just drop it a half step in the whole guitar and good. So that's fun. Chapters.
Man, I appreciate you guys though for the discernment of like, okay, this is an attack and an enemy or like a lie from the enemy. So no, we rebuke that and let's pray.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. And then thank you for, being open and flexible and understanding and
the song sounds good in the key. It's that.
Man,
sounds awesome.
Yeah.
People are loving it.
love it,
That's
yeah.
chapters, man. Oh,
How about,
wow.
so you had come at some point, you were like, I have this hook unconditionally.
Yep, unconditionally.
But I think we wrote Wildfire. That's
So I
Wild
have
Child.
I wrote Unconditionally's hook to an EDM song because I think I was still attached to. I think we had made chapters, we had made brand new, and it was very acoustic. What we had been doing, so I was like, man, I think I was scratching an itch.
Yeah.
I think that's what I was doing. I was in my kitchen, and I think I was living by myself at that time. And so I was like, oh, I just want to make like a dance song, you know? So I put on like a YouTube dance track and I wrote Unconditionally's hook to it. And then I sang it for you.
And I was like,
Yeah, I sang it
give
for
me a
you.
second.
Yeah.
And you were like, "Oh my gosh!"
It's a
And
bop.
so, and then I heard it with the guitar, and I was like, "Well, now we got to write to it. Like, now we have to finish it." And so, I have 3 different colors of ink, so that we spent a couple of days going to the park and before church and writing and finishing it. I remember that, and then we wrote a little bit in here. I think.
Yeah, definitely. I love Unconditionally. It's a
Man.
fun song.
So fun.
And then I remember we had the vocal session with once the song was being produced, and we had Luke Delahenti over, and we're doing the "I'll let you love me" here in this room. That was awesome.
Man.
Oh.
I remember singing that because you were like such a visionary, you know? You were like, okay, guys, just hear me out. Let's do these things. And then, so we all lined up and we recorded it. And then you snuck it in at the end of the production. And I was like,
Oh yeah,
I didn't know it was coming.
right. So
And it hit me and I was like, oh, you've done it now.
the story of the interlude, right? So
Oh
Tones and I
my
are here late
gosh.
one night. We're just producing something, and it's just beautiful music, and it's like, it's happening, right? And there was a moment where I'm like, Tones, keep playing that, and I ran over to the piano, And I'm like, I start playing the interlude chord idea.
Nah. Say it how it actually
Is that how it happened? I don't remember.
He listened to it and he went,
You can't get out scotch-free.
wait. Play it again.
That's actually very true. The idea hit me, and I was like,
I do
it
remember
was
you
so
telling me
sweet.
that story, and he was like, "Oh."
You're right, dude.
He's like, no, play it again. I hear it.
Yeah. I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh, like the music was so sweet. I was like, all right, cool. And then I went over to the piano and started playing the idea, and I was
Yeah,
like,
it was
bro,
amazing.
what if we do an interlude where we take the Luke Delahenti vocals that we were doing and sing over the top of it, but it's the softer interlude. The softer interlude. And then
Genius.
And then when we show it to you and you're like, I love it.
I'm like, yeah.
And then we decide to write to it even more, right?
Well, yeah, I was
'Cause
like, so I don't know what you think, but we're gonna do another song. Let's throw another one in the in the pile.
It was in my head. It was an interlude, and that's it. And then you were like, let's write some lyrics to it.
I think, yeah, I think I asked you guys what you thought of it, but I'm sure I was like, I think this should be a song.
Yeah.
And we were deciding on if it was going to be
Attached to-
a short snippet of just like a little and end the song with that, or if it's going to be its own extended thing.
I'm so
Yeah.
glad it's its own.
It is. It's amazing.
It's both, because it's at the end of Unconditionally and it's its own.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And now every time we do Unconditionally live, we get to sneak in 2 songs.
Yes. The
Everybody
interlude.
gets 2 songs.
And like recording wise, what was kind of rad about that too is like we demoed it out. Like, let's just put a microphone on the piano. We put like a vocal microphone, the Encore 300 microphone that we use at Timeout, on the piano. And it's like, let's record. And that's when David played that line that you love that he plays. And so after the fact, then we put a professional stereo microphone set up on
And I was like, nope.
I don't like the way that sounds.
It's too
like,
perfect.
But it's professional recording.
I was like, nope, we gotta go back.
Yeah, and I love that it's literally a vocal microphone, mono, one single microphone that is like totally capturing the vibe.
Yep.
And the creaking of the piano, the
Creaking,
groaning.
all of it.
At the end of Unconditionally, we did end up using the like full rich recording for the full I'll Let You Love Me. But for the end of Unconditionally, we just kept with that lo-fi vibe and with all of us, including Luke's vocals, at the end of Unconditionally.
Yes.
So
Man, how fun.
I know. And that's how the project was taking its life of like, oh, this is like a project. Like the songs
Yeah.
are flowing into each other.
Yes.
And like, oh, now we have an interlude. And I think, was it that same night that we started working on Show Me the Way? Because Luke was around. I remember Luke was around. And
Yes.
maybe it was that same night, or maybe it
Yeah.
was another night that Luke was around. But
Yeah, one of the nights.
Yeah.
I don't
yeah.
know.
And
But
that's when you had the idea for Show
did
Me
I
the
write
Way.
that? I think that one ended up on my phone.
Yeah, we were just recording that
'Cause-
in the moment. Because we just had, you were on piano, you were on piano, Luke was on guitar. And y'all were kind of singing it, and I was kind of making dinner and hovering around, and then I was like, show me the way, show me the way. We just did a low bass part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how Show Me the Way came about. It was pretty much here. We wrote it here.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were like
It was
planning on-
very impromptu. I don't
Yeah,
think
we're planning on ending at like 8 p.m. And it's
And
like,
I think we were like, we thought we were done with the project. We had 5
the songs. We had the songs.
We had 5 songs, yeah. Did we have Let You Love Me yet?
I don't think so. I think
But we knew
it was gonna
an
happen.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but Show Me the Way was purely like just a wild card.
Yeah.
But, oh man, such a beauty.
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Oh, I love that.
The porch song.
Yes.
The homie vibes.
Yes.
And then that's the one where we agreed to bring and ask Jesus Florido if he would be a part of it, and he said yes, and we had an incredible time with
Shout
that
out
session.
To Jesus.
And he also recorded on Chapters.
Yes, he did.
Amazing to bring it to life. Anton played electric guitars on Chapters. That was a fun session. It was awesome.
Oh.
We had a great time.
And thanks to Fish that we got the mandolin.
Yeah, we
So Fish is
recorded
a producer.
mandolin on Chapters. I think so.
Think so, yeah.
Yeah. It was awesome. I learned how to play mandolin for Chapters.
You did.
Of course he did.
Bought the 12-string guitar during this as well.
yeah.
So,
We played the 12-string guitar on
Oh my
Chapters.
gosh.
That was the most dense, most live instrumentation. We had the cajon.
Yep.
We also had the like hi-hat. We were doing like a hi-hat
Yep.
Didn't we record hi-hat and like drum?
Yeah.
Snare?
Wow.
I think we tried the snare, but ended up not. We ended up recording the hi-hat,
Okay.
and then we also did stomps and claps.
We did that for
For
Wildfire,
Wildfire,
for sure.
Wildfire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Wildfire, let's talk about Wildfire. This is we wrote that one, I think, third or fourth. But what date did we write Wildfire? Do you have it in there?
Yes, I do.
Man, that's awesome. You have it by date.
I know.
I know. I
It's
get
fantastic.
to circle them. Let's see.
But you were mentioning that you were in a season of your life where it felt
April
like
2nd.
April 2nd. Man, we wrote these songs within a month of each other, pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
Wow.
This happened
body.
fast.
Yeah.
Like the bulk of this happened
Of the writing.
very fast.
Yeah.
Honestly, like we were done with the project by like what, August, September? And we were in, right?
Because we were
Because we
planning
were
on
trying to
like,
release
like
it
January.
top of the year.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, I was.
Yeah, I think we ended up like truly finishing everything in the beginning of November.
Yeah.
Because we were aiming for a January release, so we needed everything by November.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember originally we were like, oh, maybe we could finish by August.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
But wow, guys, that's great.
Yeah.
Like that's good work.
Yeah.
It is.
That's a quick turnaround for
Yeah.
such great music that people are like responding so well to.
Right. I do think the productions took a little longer, though. I mean, we wrote the songs fast, but then the productions took some time.
Well, yeah.
Because the whole
yeah.
thing was growing and growing and growing. Like
Yes,
we're like,
it was
if it
kind of
was like what we
unexpected.
envisioned at the top, we'd be like, oh yeah, within a week, done. But everything was like growing and yes and yes and yes
Yeah.
and yeah.
I'm getting saucy. So Wildfire, we write Wildfire. You were telling us that you were in a season in your life where
Yeah.
God was burning it all up.
I remember coming in here and I sat somewhere near here and I was like, y'all,
Yeah. that's
I
right.
feel like there's just a big old wildfire. Just everything's going to ashes.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Relationships, money, man, everything was just going down to zero. Literally. It was being all removed. But I was very aware, thankfully, that was an intentional season of, preparation, right? Like things are being removed so that better things can be restored and put into place.
Yeah.
And also so I can have a reality check too, right? Because I was putting so much faith into those people and things that it was a great reminder of that's not the point. So let me get rid of that so you can remember what the point of all this is.
Yeah.
And then
And where to actually
Yeah.
put your faith
where to put
and
my
trust
faith.
and
Yeah.
hope.
And this is like the token song, I feel like, of the project in terms of actual surrender. Because that's why I'm so grateful that I was spiritually where I was, in my faith and in my walk, to recognize that I'm in a season where he's removing things and people and setting the stage for what's to come. But in order to go through that, it could be hurtful. It can be sad. It can be
Yeah, it can be
It's
something we don't want to let go
a moment
of.
to grieve. Yeah,
Yeah.
a moment to grieve. And and then do you let go or do you try to cling?
Yes.
Or do you surrender and let him do what he's doing and trust that he's going to restore and he's going to do something so much better. Just let him work. Let him burn it away and revive in his way.
I feel like the song does a really great job of capturing the desperate nature
Yeah.
of like that feeling. Just with the first lyrics of darkness surrounds me, I can't find my way through. In tears I'm drowning. They make it harder to see you.
Yeah.
Have mercy on me.
Yeah.
These lies have taken told. Unlovable, disposable. Whew.
This can't be how it goes.
And then darkness to beauty. You do
Ashes to
impossible
beauty.
things. Ashes to beauty. You do impossible things. I believe that you can do the same for me.
Yeah.
Come on.
They hit every time. They hit every time.
Wildfire.
And that's so funny because people love to do that. They're like, wildfire.
I love it.
That and brand new.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I'm
Oh my God.
brand new.
Another thing that I remember about the writing process of Wildfire was the second verse. I had a rhythmic idea for the second verse. And I don't know if you remember, but I was like, Leah, Like we were just barely working through the first verse, but I was like, Leah, I have an idea for the second verse, and like trust me on it, because like I just got to see it, and I'm like, so this first verse is open, and the second one we're gonna go.
I remember.
And you're like, I don't know.
I was like, really? Yeah. Okay.
And I was like, oh my gosh, I just remember. I just remember being so like, this has to happen, because I'm like, I'm hearing it, and you were like, I don't know, and I was like, oh God, please, please.
It's like out of context, sounds like a musical.
Yes. But I feel like that has that element in it though. Like I do imagine myself when I'm singing the second verse, I do imagine myself doing a take it, you know better.
Yeah.
Like a whole musical in my head for sure.
I love that second verse. Take it, you know better than me. I'm scared, but I know you always have what I need.
Got a list of what I'd rather keep.
Am I
ready to release?
When we came upon that lyric, that was special. It was like in capturing that feeling of like in life, you know, these things that you're like the picture of Jesus holding the massive teddy bear behind him, and he's like, "Give me the small one that you have." And you're like, but it's my teddy bear, you know. So it's like these are the things I want to hold on to, but like it's like, am I ready to actually let them go and choose you?
Yeah.
What if it hurts to leave behind?
What if it hurts to leave behind the things that made me feel safe?
Oh my gosh.
What if I missed the little life?
The little life
within the walls that I had made.
Within the walls I made.
The company?
The certainty?
I'd rather all of you.
I'd rather all of you. You know what? I'd rather all of you
consume me.
Consume me.
Wildfire.
I surrender.
And then the bridge is my favorite. I mean, I love the whole song so much. I'm like, did I mention my favorite? The you are always the lift, the above the clouds for a second, like you can kind of see through the storm. You are always with me. You will never leave me. My future is in your hands. You are always with me. You what?
I think
you come before
I think future's in your hands is the second one. There's a line before that.
You're always with me. I don't think I made it to this one. I think we ended up using your technology by this point.
Yes, we were doing Google Docs.
I got tired of writing.
But just a beautiful lift.
You're always with me. You hold me
as I am.
You love me as I am. You'll never leave me. My future's in your hands. You're always with me. You hold me where I stand. I'm confident your promises will lead me through the wildfire.
So good.
You're like a wildfire.
So good.
Powerful.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Very, very powerful.
And then
beautiful.
Then after that, we probably went back to Unconditionally and finished it. And then we had the Let You Love Me moment. Yep. And then well, I don't know.
I'll Let You Love Me. I think that was one of the final recordings we did, apart from chapters and finalizing the production and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the I'll Let You Love Me live recording here. When we did it, and your mom was in town.
Yeah.
Yes, your mom.
Man.
Oh, man.
And
Daniel recorded the video.
Daniel was doing the video.
Yep.
And we just decided, like, let's do this one as a live recording.
Oh, yeah. And prior. Recording club. We tried to do this at the recording club.
Oh, okay. When we did the band shoot, and everybody at the band shoot, and we had Steph, and we had all of us singing 3-part harmony. You remember when we did that over there?
For what? Oh.
For the live recording, like the two songs that we performed.
Show Me the Way and...
Show Me the Way and...
Wildfire, right?
We did do a version of Wildfire at that time. But Let You Love Me was after chapters.
Okay.
Was after our chapters.
Right.
Yes.
So I think the only time we ever did record Let You Love Me was here then, I guess. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
But yeah, you were sitting there. Oh, yeah. I was sitting over here.
Yeah.
Tones and his mom were right over here.
Yeah.
Daniel working the camera. And that was amazing. You remember when I came up to you and I was like, Leah, I have an idea. What if you do like a little prayer at the end of it? And you're like, what am I gonna like?
I'm
what?
Like,
you're like, and I'm like, just whatever comes to your heart. Like, but it'd be really cool if you want to. You could try it.
You could just, we're here.
Did we do one take or two takes?
One. That's
take?
the one that my mom and I saw.
The one take.
I think it was one take, right?
my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, because I went
maybe
through
we
the
did
videos. I went through the videos recently, and I was like, did I just do that one?
Oh, it was that one.
Yeah?
Because you did 2 or 3 that was just a song.
Okay.
And like, boom, bum.
Yeah.
And then it was like, all right.
And I was messing up the intro. I was messing up the
Oh,
intro.
really?
You were like, can you play the intro from
Yes,
the...
yes.
and
I was like, we got to
oh.
get that right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think as y'all figured that out, I got my mom. We got back in here. And that's when you were telling Leah, like,
Yeah. I was like,
just like make this one free.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and
Just
if you get
open
a little
up.
something, like if you tell like because I was envisioning like an outro in the EP and like a little message to the listeners.
Yeah.
But it ends up becoming this beautiful prayer, which was, like it was one of those things where we could feel the Holy Spirit and we were all here together and Tones is a witness. Come on, testify, brother. What was what was it
God.
like?
Because you were just getting to,
yeah.
yeah, we were playing and recording.
I wish there's a video recording of my mom and I.
Oh, me
like,
too.
Witnessing the moment. First off, the starting of the song, like you singing immediately brought my mom to tears.
Wow.
To the point of like audible tears. It was like, that. And I was like,
You're like,
but I couldn't look at my mom because I was going to cry.
Yeah, the noise that you make imitating your mom's little... and you were like
Yeah.
trying to hold it together.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I had my mouth open because otherwise I'd be like, I would have been like, so I kept my mouth open so I'd be... where tears are walking.
listens to the song next time for the faint breaths
yeah.
in the back.
Yeah.
And then the prayer happened. Completely unrehearsed.
Totally.
Also, David had like been kind of getting back into playing piano, but wasn't like full on playing piano all the time for like years and years, practicing all the time. Like we got the upright and like it was something therapeutic, but like you started to tap back in, so you're kind of relearning some things and everything. It's like being able to play piano on the fly wasn't necessarily like 100% like in your toolbox. But right then and there, it's like everything that needed to happen in the right moment, the right communication of what you were saying, how you were saying it, the timing you were saying it,
Yeah.
and the way that y'all were communicating was like out of this world
Yeah.
to the point where it took everything for me to remain silent in the middle. Like
And
the
your
amount
mom
of-
too.
Yeah. The amount of times I wanted to go, what? Like it was crazy.
Man.
Crazy.
Gracious.
Wow.
It was so incredible.
And go ahead.
And then I remember you saying like, should we have that as a part of like the final recording? Like it's a long part of the song. Like
Makes
I was
the song really long.
Absolutely. The
1000%.
amount of people knowing the music that I've listened to when I've been down in the dumps, and there's a particular song that for some reason just like directly spoke to me, that I might thank that band and they may not know like the depths of how that like really got me out of the darkness that I was in. That prayer is a direct line to God. For someone that needs to hear that message, that may be blown away with the music and may love the messaging of the music and songs and everything like that, but that specific prayer is so unique. I, in my entire life, have never heard an EP where there's an active prayer on it. Wow. I was like, absolutely, it's staying in the whole track. That's the winner
Yeah.
take. Oh my God.
I didn't argue that one much, but I have had my internal thoughts about it. If I'm honest, yeah. I was like, man, but that to me has been another part of my surrender within this project was, okay, like this has gone a little further, deeper into like my proclamation of faith.
This is a very inspired, inspirational project.
It's very inspired. And not that I'm ashamed, but it was not what I was, intending on going in the direction of. So I had to release that expectation. And when I heard and saw you all become moved by it, I was like, well, I don't want to stand in the way. I don't want to stand in the way. And you all were so adamant that it was a great idea to keep it. And I was like, okay, well, all right.
We've gotten this far.
We're keeping it. Yeah. Yeah. So it was beautiful to be able to trust too, to be in that place where you all can share your view on that. And I'm like, okay, yeah. Like I trust that we're all making the best decisions together, you know? And so that was a relief too that I got to experience, that I was blessed to experience throughout making this project with you all, is the fresh opportunity to work on a body of music with people I trust, and that I can like let my guard down and I can just create. We can create, we can be, we can say things that are silly, but we get to where we're going, you know, and we're intentional and we pray, and, you know, like it's just been, it's been so amazing. Wow. I'm like, I don't ever want to work on music if it's not like this ever again. Like if it doesn't feel like this, I'm good. You know?
That is God's mercy and blessing and kindness for us to be able to encounter each other in this season of our lives at the perfect timing that it was, you know, even for the people that we've become at the point where we all started working together and who we've become all the way up until now.
Totally.
And even going from relative strangers to like now we're like a musical family and like, it's like we know each other now, you know?
Absolutely.
And we've gotten to experience the vulnerability of a creative process and the growth and the challenges that come with working with others. But fortunately, like in my opinion, it feels like because we knew what the essence of the project was about and who it was for. And it was like, this is not just for us, but like, I remember even from the beginning, we were like, may this music touch many hearts and may it serve your will, God. May it be something beautiful to bring light into this world, to bring your presence into this world, that wherever this music is heard, that your presence is felt there, and that like infuse yourself into this project in every part of it. And then we prayed every single time.
And
for
we
every
sealed
single
it
session.
with a prayer at the end of the project itself.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And so I feel like that is a part of why we experienced the grace that we did. And also we were able to overcome the things that we did, because we weren't going to let the world or ourselves or anything that is not of God kind of get in the way of what God brought together in that season, and get in the way of the stories, of the lyrics, of the message, of the music, of the emotion behind it. And then I'm just grateful for you both, and for who you guys are as individuals, and then for who I am and for the way we work together, because we could be honest with each other, safe, transparent. We had patience if we needed it. You know, if there was a moment where it's like you had a different idea or I had a different idea, we didn't like butt heads
It
like
was never
crazy.
like,
It wasn't
"It's
like,
my
yeah,
idea."
or it wasn't like, I'm not gonna call you for a few days. Like we never got to that point.
No,
Because it's God's
never.
mercy. Again,
Amen.
I mean, that wasn't the whole destiny of this project. It wasn't the destiny of this collaboration.
Yeah.
There was something greater to be achieved here. So I congratulate you guys and us for having the obedience to trust and to put ourselves second to the best of our ability, and to listen and to communicate and to work together and
surrender.
Let's
talk about the name of the project.
Talk about it, girl. That wasn't named until a while, until deep into it. Yeah.
It was the end of the year, right? Like it was.
So yeah.
I was like, guys, what are we gonna call this thing? What are we gonna call this beauty? I'm trying to remember how I came to. I think it was always like, I was always in my mind, maybe, I wonder if my phone has like a notes, of different names. It probably does. I think there is one. I don't know how far down the list goes, but I know brand new was definitely, because the idea of being made brand new.
Right.
And made afresh and having a new song, right? That applied. It felt applicable. But I'm trying to remember how surrender.
My gosh.
Yeah, because all I remember is you presenting it to us. Like, what do you guys think about this name? So it's something that you have.
I think I reflected. I think I just thought about like, not even all of the things we just discussed, but just some of the moments. And it just felt like, man, we've been like surrendering this whole time, you know, from the beginning, right? Like we've really laid down our expectations.
Right.
And we've all just come together in one big surrender. And then, you know, Wildfire talks about like letting letting him burn it away, give me something new, turn the ashes to beauty, that's like surrender.
Yeah.
So I think I just thought about like collectively surrendering to his love, letting it was, I think I remember thinking like, oh, we're letting him burn things down, remove what's not needed.
Letting him love
us, accepting that. And then understanding and appreciating that he's been in every season, and now getting to a point where we're like, okay, making the proclamation, like you've been there all throughout the seasons. And then I'm brand new. Like when I had that encounter, I just started to seek him more and seek him just wholeheartedly. These are all like pieces of surrender. And I think that's how I ended up. That and the Holy Spirit. The reflection and the Holy Spirit. They were like, this
totally.
is surrender. This is surrender.
Let's play the surrender game. What did we surrender during this process?
Oh, man.
One by one. What's something we had to surrender in our walk of creating this and getting to know each other? And take a moment.
I feel like for me, the biggest thing that benefited from a heart posture change was how the project was expanding. Because of what we had agreed to, my mind was in a way kind of locked to that vision. And anything outside of that, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
It's not what we agreed.
Yeah, it's not what we agreed to.
These are the terms and the conditions.
And so once I started to like open up to witness the beauty by exploring how it's evolving, is serving like what this whole project is about. But it required surrendering to be like, okay, sure. What we had talked about initially, that was what we talked about. But are you going to sacrifice what you feel like you're being called to do to create it in its fullest fruition out of your own scarcity mindset? Or are you going to follow where God is blessing this and walk with him all the way to the finish line? Because there's the whole teddy bear thing on the other side. And so that surrender has turned into, again, all these beautiful new relationships, all these beautiful new experiences, my own depth of my faith walk. And being able to accept that and then be willing to explore more and have that openness has totally served to be a tremendous blessing. And I know I'd be sitting here like, if I had listened to that voice and I've stopped because of a previous vision. Like God gives us vision that continually evolves. And being willing to say yes to that turns into the next door, the next door, the next door, the next door. So that willingness to say yes to that has totally been a really great blessing.
Oh, amen.
Wow.
Yeah.
You go.
That's awesome. Me?
Yeah.
I think kind of similar to what you're saying about like your own plan and your own vision for things. I think for me, my biggest surrendering point in this project and thing that I was surrendering was like doing it without God. Because most of what I've done in my life has been my own efforts and not really seeking to include God in the process. And being out here in LA has shown me that what I really need and what I really want, which is to like come closer to God. Tones and I have had different conversations over the last 2.5 years, but I remember one time I came home, I was like, bro, as human beings, like there's nothing more beautiful than just getting the chance to get more intimate with God on it. Like that's the whole point of our lives, you know? And I was just like, whoa, bro.
Eyes were open.
Yeah, I was like, and so for me is surrendering this need to do it on my own and to like not have anyone help me and not to that's something that was very strong in my life. Just like, I can do it. I'll do it for us. I'll do it for me. I'll show them. No one can tell me I'm not going to do this otherwise. But the surrender is letting that go. And then just like literally, even if it's imperfect, just being like, God, come into this process. We welcome you. I'm going to trust wherever you lead. And thank you for giving me vision, giving me people with which to bring this vision to life. And and I surrendered the aloneness and actually embraced the collaborating with God and asking him to be a part of every single part of this creative process to the best of my ability. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's really transformed my life in a beautiful way because I try to do that in everything outside of music as well, you know, not only in the sessions, but also like, hey,
Now it's lifestyle.
I'm making my breakfast right now.
Oh,
Yeah, you want to come be a part of this?
Lord, you want to
Yeah, you want to hang
flip
out?
the eggs?
Yeah, you want or
Show me how it's done.
or all the other challenges and pursuits and opportunities
Yeah.
of my life. You know, it's like instead of like how would I figure this out? It's like, all right, God, like I want to do this with you. I'd rather have a great collaborator by my side, the greatest collaborator and guide by my side than not, because I've done it without him and it's different.
Yeah.
It's not the same. This is what happens when it's direct collaboration and openness to it.
I love that.
Collaboration with God. Yeah.
I love that. I feel like I have surrendered I want to say control. I feel like and expectation. Surrendering control and expectation. And I think maybe they go a little hand in hand, but also individually as well. But expectation of what my vision is. Like, oh, I have this idea. And it's my idea, but I need to also like check in and be like, hey, like, what do you think? Or, hey, was this from you?
Yeah.
You know, or is this something that I just kind of came up with? So surrendering the control of, okay, now show me the way, right? Like, show me where I'm going, or at least like just give me resources, like give me little things. Like I don't need the whole picture. I've never really been super hung up on like, oh, how do I do this? Or like, I'm usually pretty good at like, okay, let me just try some stuff. And then I'm expecting him to show me like, okay, not that way. We're going to reroute. All right, cool. But that's been a fun and challenging and new surrender, is including him on the journey and releasing the expectation of what's on the other side. I think previously I've lived my life with the expectation of, I want to be a superstar. That's what I surrendered. I think that is the biggest surrender of all, actually. Now that I say that, because I was like, what is the biggest surrender? That's what it is. I surrender my need to be the center. And I think it's beautiful that God gave me the opportunity to collaborate with not just one other person, but two people. And you all are both so talented. Like, you know, we all shine in our own individual ways with talent. And so never once in this process have I felt like I would rather just be by myself and be the one, you know. It's never felt like that. But I do remember end of 2024, I guess it would have been. Yes. I was on my bathroom floor surrendering my career and my expectations. And so I was like, all right, Lord, like I don't want to do this my way only. And if you have something better for me, I surely want that. Like, I kept thinking of that image of, you know, the teddy bear or the roses, the you know, you're wanting to go through this door, the big red door. But there's a door right there that's not as shiny. It's not as obvious. And it's got a whole garden. And you know there's a rose on the other side of that red door. I want the red door. Come on, man. Open the red door. But there's a little black door. You know,
with 1,000 rose bushes.
Whole garden.
Yeah.
Whole garden for you. And so it's surrendering what I see and what I think it should be, and choosing maybe the not so obvious path or not so loud, you know, like you really have to hone in and focus and hear his voice and look for him in order to hear him. And so surrendering those expectations helps me to remember, okay, look to him so that you know where you're going instead. If you don't have an expectation anymore, you got to find your vision somewhere, right? Where are you pulling your vision from? Where are you finding your pathway? How is your pathway being lit, rather? And that's, I've found that I've surrendered my own light, and I want his, you know? I want his light. Because that's going to be fulfilling. Yeah.
The ultimate fulfillment.
The ultimate fulfillment. Man, when I tell you, no music has fulfilled like this music has. This, no project, no song, no release, no matter how much I've liked it, and maybe even still I'm like, that's a good song. Even those songs are like, yeah, but I never got this fulfillment. I genuinely believe God would be like, good job. Good job, kids. We did good, kid. You did good. I really feel like that. I feel like he's smiling. You know? So that gives me strength. That gives me hope. That makes me excited for whatever we can do next. You know?
God's got a plan.
Surrender.
Yes.
Yeah. You seem like you have something.
I have a couple of things.
What you got?
But honestly, this has been awesome. We covered so much ground.
We did.
We got to know you better.
Yeah.
Cheerleader.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's just final thoughts from you guys. If there's anything that God is putting on your heart that you want to share, or some other part of this process that was beautiful to you, or a final message you might have.
I got something. Especially from what you were sharing. It's just reminding me the power of living with an open palm. Both in giving and receiving.
Yeah.
Not a closed fist of this is my vision, this is mine.
So good.
Like being able to live like this, being able to give in that way, create in that way, pivot in that way, serve, give everything you got on stage in the studio, and completely outside of music as well, in every aspect. To be able to live that way with a heart towards God, I'm like, nothing can go wrong. Anything that looks like it's going wrong is all a part of the plan.
Yeah.
Because you're releasing it all. And you're moving by faith, not by what you see, not by sight. But you're living by faith that like something is going to land in my palm, and
trusting.
And there's something I can give to someone else to.
Yeah.
That.
That's so good.
Like that is one of the biggest takeaways I have here.
good.
That just creates a piece of like, I don't have to have a master plan to know how everything's gonna come along. And where those small little things of what can I get, like it silences that narrative. It just focuses on giving.
Yeah.
Living with an open palm.
Yeah, that's so good. Especially the part where you reiterate like the giving. Because when we think about this project, we thought about everyone else always.
Yeah.
We thought about the people that are going to listen to this music and that are going to hopefully feel a huge warm hug from God. You know, however that will feel to them, that's up to him. But like that was our intention. That was our prayer. That was our hope. And I feel like we're hearing that that's happening.
Yes.
You know, which makes me smile to the point where my cheeks hurt. You know, because that's like, but that's being open palmed, you know, like giving. That's our way that we could serve throughout this, you know?
Totally.
But also, that's so good. That's so good. I feel like I didn't even recognize, but I also developed a good, between going to church and some services, I think my heart was also softened to being a giver, right? Like being more of a servant, whether it be financially, whether it be, and there were a couple of times, right, when I was a few minutes late and my excuse was valid for once, you know? But recognizing someone needs help and actually stopping, going out of your way.
Right.
And helping.
Messing up the rest of my schedule today, but I'm gonna help this
Messing up
person.
schedules. But, you know, I feel like before this project, I would have just kept going about my, I've got things to do. Me. I've got to be somewhere, you know? So, yeah, that blesses me a lot to be able to like remember and recall that also was a way that I've been worked on in this time. That was good. Use me.
That's right.
But also, overflow. Fill me up, Lord.
And when you guys use the open palm analogy, it just makes me think you can't hold a hand right if it's closed. You know what I mean? So close your hand for me real quick. This is not the same as open your hand, walking with someone, right? Or with like God leading you and guiding you. So literally the open hands as well is just like.
Especially if I were to like fall, right? Like the strength is all on you.
Right.
Versus if we're able to both.
Teamwork, we
can, you know, that pull is stronger because it's both of us, not just good luck, hold me down.
Yeah. So open hands lets you be in relationship with God. Lets him have something to hold on to.
Yeah.
That's good. Thank you for that.
Thank you guys. Yeah.
Pastor Antonio over here.
Yeah, that's right.
Pastor Antonio.
On my way.
Hey, come on.
You guys have anything else?
No, I think, I mean, I'm a talker, you know, so I can talk forever.
This episode proves it. We have gone longer than I even expected we might go, but this is awesome. So
great.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for your presence.
Guys.
Thank you for trusting Tones and I to be a part of this process and this journey and to be able to create this beautiful, not only the music, but the memories and the joy and the friendship and the relationship that we now have. So
Familia.
Amen. Familia.
Familia. Oh, I love you guys.
Love you too, girl.
Much love.
Thank you for the surrender. Thank you for the journey of surrender.
Yeah.
Yeah. Until the next project.
Hey, yo.
Coming soon.
God, what's the next project?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, right.
Lord, whatever
That's
it is.
awesome. Guys, if you want to learn more about Leah, you can find her information in the description. The project is named Surrender. It's got 6 incredible songs in it. And thank you for sticking around and enjoying Leah, her origin story, and the story of surrender, and the story of how we all came to be the team that we are today. We'll see you all in the next one.
Peace.
Woo! Sounds good, team?
Sounds very good.
Sounds good.
Go team on 3. 1, 2, 3. Team!
Surrender.
Awesome.